What's up, guys? I just want to take a moment to encourage you while that bug is biting my leg. But it's so important for us to measure our own success. One of the first things I did when I got laid off was I created a to-do list, a task list every single day after I got off of work. All of these tasks of things that I wanted to work on as an actor, as a writer, as a speaker, that I hadn't had the time to work on before. But now I've had this opportunity, this opening of time for me to figure out how do I want to assign value to it. There's days and there's time, and there are people and choices, and we get to assign upon those things what we will. So, with the time that you have now, although the same systems weren't there before, the same processes that help you accomplish those goals are available to you. That same persistence that your job has every single day of showing up and providing an answer, you can have showing up for yourself. Those same reports that your job prints at the end of the day to see how well they did, you can take an assessment of your own task list and see what it is that you accomplished. And those moments where you sat down and had a review to see how well your progress was doing with an outside entity or another boss, you can sit down with yourself and have an honest conversation and say, where can the adjustments be made? Because excuses are never enough. And if we can't continually see the opportunity, in spite of the one constant, which is consistent change, then we're always going to be waiting for conditions that will never arrive. So it's so important for us to take a moment, be honest with ourselves, and say, you know what? I did say I want to own a business, but of the time that I have now, have I been owning my business? Have I been making it a priority for me to focus in and hone in on what it is that I want to accomplish? Have I been giving myself a satisfaction guarantee? If I intend upon giving other people a satisfaction guarantee for my product, my story, my service, my clothing line, my book, can I say that those things were built from the same process of quality, meaning of what I had available to me, I used all that I could. It's so important for us to be able to have that conversation with ourselves, because the person who sits in the big chair as a CEO, that company is an extension of that person's consciousness. And it boils down to some integral traits, some core truths that have to do with perseverance and integrity and showing up and being a person of your word and being honest and being clear and forgiving yourself and continually seeing everything that happens as an opportunity to learn, because every obstacle is an opportunity to reveal who it is that you become. So any shortcoming or any moment that falls short of what you might expect is an opportunity for you to learn. So whether or not that opportunity is expressed on a film set or in a meeting room or on a stage or in a recording studio, you can still be able to look back at that work and see, did I do better than I did last time? Did I show up more than I did last time? Did I accomplish more freedom to be able to not be constricted by those same boundaries that made me give up and stop and want to quit? Do I now see myself conquering those things? Because even though it might not be expressed in a Netflix booking yet, it might not be expressed in having your own location for your business yet, you can still see that for yourself. And it's important that you're able to see that for yourself, because that's how you're going to be able to make business decisions when you're in rooms with other people, because you can walk out of it and say, I know who I am, and I know what I do, and I know what I bring, and I know how I move, and I know the quality of my character, because I've spent the time that was given to me to work on that tirelessly, time and time again, just like the greats would. Because one thing's clear, everybody wants to know the process. Even when you buy a computer, you want to know the processor, because you want to know how quickly can this thing turn over information? How quickly can this thing pivot into a new application? How quickly can this thing oscillate in between different tasks? So if we're conditioning ourselves to be able to have that intuition that nimbleness of thought to be able to think quickly on our feet before those windows of opportunities close when you're asking for the deal, when you're having a conversation about what it is that you need with somebody, when you're standing in a room and you don't know what else to say, but you've already worked out those words on your own. So that you'll be performing at the highest level of mental adaptation that's possible, so that you can be on the same frequency as other people who think like you. That's the power of measuring your own success. And don't allow the pause, don't allow the slowing down of things to rob you of your creative truth that you are a builder. And so every day, build something, build a list, build an argument, build a perspective, build your brand. But you gotta build, because that's what we do. So I want you to tag somebody below and continue to build. Build out that good energy. Build out some encouragement. Tag somebody who you want to encourage below. And let's do it. All right? Let's do this thing.